birds are happy. Are you all happy today?
And the men as well.
Are you all happy today? I didn't mean, when I said birds, I meant the tweeters outside. Nothing to do with loudspeakers. Girls, boys, or anybody else in between.
There's anybody else in between.
Did you hear Trump this morning online? It was probably on the TV, but we don't like to watch TV because there's so much programming going on.
No, I missed it. Wow, what did he say?
Well, Trump's in Vietnam. You know, the Americans did a really good show here back in the 70s in Vietnam.
They really democratised them, didn't they? They shown them that there was no way that they're not getting away without having some democracy forced upon them. I mean, shared with them.
Shared with them. Forced upon them. They dropped billions of tons of weapons. It was a huge thing.
Not to mention chemical weapons.
And all those guys and
DDT.
gals that went through all that drug.
Agent Orange.
DDT, Agent Orange. Oh, yeah, it was a disgrace, wasn't it? And I think there were people who volunteer to go and clean up the country, but do you think Trump's got all his troops there cleaning up all the mines?
No. They've got far more important things to do, like protecting the opium fields in Afghanistan.
Or selling weapons around the planet.
Yeah.
So, Trump is to meet Kim Jong-un.
Oh.
Right, I saw them online this morning shaking hands. And he said, I'd just like to thank Kim and Chim. Callum, you can do a better impression of Trump than I can. So if you fancy coming on one of our videos one day, it's up to you. I get a lot of information from our friend Callum. So hiya. Yeah, Trump says, I'm here with Chairman Kim, and he's going to buy... What did he say? He's going to...
Our products.
And he's buying 6 products from us. So what would those 6 products be then, Donald?
Well,
Donny.
The first thing you have to do is look into what America makes.
Okay. Missiles. No, he's got missiles, hasn't he?
Cars?
Oh, yeah. Because...
Harleys.
Chairman Kim is still his cavalcade. He's just a load of old Mercedes from the 90s. So he's going to want some muscle cars, isn't he? Some Chryslers, some Dodgers. What else have the Americans got? Tanks.
Oh, plenty of weapons.
Kalashnikovs. Plenty of weapons. It's all nearly weapons of mass destruction. You don't need any missiles, and you don't need any nukes, because Trump says it will be better off, you'll be better off with nukes, because I'm making all the nukes and selling those around the planet.
Active denial systems.
Oh, yeah.
Crowd control, which is basically using 5G, pointing it at people, and it burns you so much you get out of the way.
So Trump's there not to make peace with him, but actually to sell him 6 products. I wonder if anybody can find out what these 6 products are. Are they coming from Lockheed Martin? Because Trump used to work for Lockheed Martin, didn't he?
They'll all be weapons of mass deception.
No, Obama worked for Lockheed Martin, so did Bush.
I'm still hearing more and more that Obama's been arrested, you know. So if you see him around about, and it's not just faked thingy live, with him with the crowd, not where you can't see the crowd, where the crowd you can see him all around him, let me know, because otherwise maybe he has been taken away for interrogation. Do
you think he's at Camp Delta?
With a bit of luck.
Guantanamo Bay, anybody? Really? Anybody got any info on that? We've not even got to the point of the video yet. So, hi everyone.
What's the point?
Hi, and no, we're not today. But if we're up in the skies, we'd be very, very high. Do you know, recently in British politics, there's been a group of people
that have been lying.
No,
that's all of them, isn't it?
They all lie. Yeah. There's been a group of people that have recently resigned from the Conservative Party. That's con is deception to serve, and the Labour Party as well. Anna Soubry's one. There was that woman, that Jewish woman. I don't know her name.
I know what you mean.
We could find it out, couldn't we? Let's ask Sari, a woman who left the Conservative Party recently. Okay. The New Independent Group.
Members.
Ah, here we go. Here we go. Just bear with us a second. We're just going to get this.
Just pretend my feet are moving all over.
Don't rock the boat. Oh, it's a video. We don't want that. Don't rock the boat. There we go. Let's have a look. Do you know, I couldn't remember her name. The independent group TIG is a British EU political association of members of Parliament and local government councillors founded in February 2019. It says, and its handling of allegations of anti-Semitism in the party. The group. Luciana Berger and Kofi Mike Gates. Luciana Berger. The governor is Gavin Shucker, and it's sort of headed by Chuka Umunna.
Chuka, the afterbirth.
Who decides to call their child Chuka?
That's after they had the kid, chucked it away by accident, only got the afterbirth left to go.
Luciana Claire Goldsmith.
Well,
now, we're not being anti-Semitic.
Goldsmith says enough by itself, really, but continue.
Well, apparently, she's been given $1 million by guess who? You're never going to believe this, where you are.
Israel.
Yeah, and we're not being anti-Semitic, we're not being anti-Arabic.
But we are anti-Zionist.
We are certainly
anti-Zionist.
Yeah, we're anti-Zionist, and we're anti-bloody corruption on this planet, and we're anti-government. We're not anarchists. But yeah, she was given $1 million by Benjamin Netanyahu, who's the president of Israel, in order to discredit Jeremy Corbyn, so treasonous May can carry on with a deception to serve.
So you mean that Israel is interfering with our elections?
Yes.
But they said Russia was interfering with America's elections.
And politics. Oh, you always blame the Russians. Luciana Berger Goldsmith, born 13th of May 81, is a British politician who has served as a Member of Parliament. She's a member of the Labour Party, and then she was a member of the Conservative Party. Here she is.
Oh,
there she is.
Yeah.
That's the woman, now that it's going around on the internet somewhere.
She looks like a Zionist.
That you can find out, there's a video somewhere of her talking to Benjamin Netanyahu, but apparently he's given her $1 million to strike Corbyn and try and bring their party down.
It's funny you should mention this, because I was reading today that both a Conservative and a Labour MP have both asked for an investigation into Israel Friends of Conservatives and Labour Friends of Israel. Both of them, whichever way around it goes, have been asked to investigate it simply because of that sort of shit that's going off there, bribery and corruption from you say Israel, it's Zionists hiding behind Israel so that you go, it's them Jews.
Yeah, oh, you're anti-Semitic, you are. You
when in actual
fact,
it's the Zionists.
Last night I was watching on YouTube David Icke being interviewed on Australian TV, and apparently they've revoked his visa. So all the thousands of people that have bought tickets for him to go and talk, to do his conferences, have now lost out. And there were literally people from the age of 15 to 95 that were buying his tickets. That shows you the kind of range of people that like to go to see David Icke. But he was absolutely... I'll send you the link, and you can pop it on in the description. Yeah. It's very interesting, only about 20 minutes long.
He did one on Acapulco. I've not seen it yet. It's 4 hours long. There's also Mark Pazio's done one there.
I'll look for
that. Who was the other one? Do you like? You said you got time for him because he used to be in with them.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't recall. Because he used to be in with them.
Yeah, and I said he was actually involved with...
Ken O'Keefe?
No. You said he was in the military, but he wasn't. He was...
Oh, yeah, Larkin Rose.
That's it, Larkin Rose.
I like Larkin Rose a lot.
I think their 2 ones are about half an hour to 40 minutes long, but David's is like 4 hours. But I've not watched it yet, but I intend to later.
But this 20-minute one, it's very, very interesting. But basically, yeah, he's had his visa revoked, and he was speaking from America, and these people on the Australian TV programme keep saying, some people say you're a Holocaust denier, and he starts talking, and then they stop him again. Do you deny that millions of people died in gas chambers, and that people were shot in the head.
I wasn't there, so I couldn't possibly tell you the truth because I wasn't there.
Me too. I recall also that I wasn't there. But he says, of course, millions of people died. And he says, you've got to understand this. And they still keep using these words against him. And this chap says, are you denying the Holocaust? And he's like, no. But you are denying the Holocaust. It's like, no, no, we're not.
It sounds like these reporters had sort of like a Zionist agenda and were told what to push and what not to push.
Well, they used that word. David Icke, are you anti-Semitic? And they kept pushing this and pushing this and pushing this. And it's amazing, he doesn't get angry or anything.
I said no, because anti-Semitism is a made-up bullshit thing by the Zionists, so anytime anyone, anywhere on the planet says anything that they don't like, they can go, you're a anti-Semitic.
Well, do you know what he said? He said, every time I talk about America, nobody has a dig at me. Every time I talk about people from Britain, nobody has a dig at me. Talk about people from France or Germany or Italy. But as soon as I start talking about somebody from Israel, I'm an anti-Semitic. What does that tell you? We've gone over anti-Semitic before. It's members of tribes from the Arabian sort of area, the Middle East. So it means all Arabs and tribes around that area.
So it doesn't mean
no
Israelis who are actually not God's chosen people.
You believe that? You believe anything? Basic information before leaving Earth. Bible.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah?
Thanks for this car. It's now mine because I'm God's chosen people and God promised me a car.
Well, you wrote it in a book, so of course it's yours now.
Must be true.
I was going to ask Seri.
Got the key as well.
He's got the key of the door, never been 21 before. Bleeping.
Bleep it out.
Anti-Semitic definition.
Here's the definition of anti-Semitic. Hostile
or prejudiced against Jews. Right, but that's incorrect.
It's because you need to go for a different search engine type thing, because Google's.
It says anti-Semitism, political ideology. Political ideology. Yeah, see it? Political ideology. Translations and more definitions.
Someone that's realised they've been lied to.
Anti-Semitism is generally considered to be a form of racism. But if we look up...
Now, would that be racism against the Jews? Because in actual fact, the Israeli state is the most racist state on the planet. Worse than apartheid in South Africa ever was.
And they've got nukes. Let me try this one.
Did you know they tried to sell us South Africa nukes back in the 70s? The Israel state.
Jesus Christ. Check this out. Semitic definition.
This is the definition of somatic.
Somatic.
Relating to the body.
Semitic definition. No. Semitic definition. Somatic. It comes up with somatic.
This is the definition.
Shh, shh, shh. Semitic. We'll get it. Speak to the people at home.
Well, one day, when this is all over, and I'll be able to go, I told you! I told you! Of course, I wouldn't go like that.
Here you go. Semitic definition. Relating to or denoting a family of languages that includes Hebrew, Arabic, Aramaic and certain ancient languages such as Phoenician and Akkadian, constituting the main subgroup of the Afro-Asiatic family. So if you're anti-Semitic, you're anti-Arabic, anti-Aramaic, anti-Phoenician, anti-Akkadian and anti-Afro-Asiatic family peoples.
Well, Israel doesn't fit into that. What should I say? Palestine doesn't fit into that. The occupied, the invaded Palestinian land.
It doesn't, does it?
Doesn't fit into that. So they've got a word, made it up, turned it so that it only applies to us because well, we're a bunch of lying bastards and we'll just make shit up as we go along. Oh, well, yeah, that's anti-Semitic what you just said there.
So anti-Semitic is a political ideology?
Yeah.
You bunch of jokers, anti-Semites. I don't hate any peoples, because I'd be hating myself, for are we not all one? Split into infinity, aren't we? Why would I hate myself?
It's because sometimes...
That doesn't make common sense.
When you see what the others are doing, you think they can't be us, because we wouldn't do that sort of thing. And we wouldn't. But there's every possibility there's some other influence, off-world-y, possibly even, influence in the Zionists. So therefore, that is why they don't fit in.
If you're interested in about off-world stuff, there's a book by a woman called Phyllis Schlimmer, who's no longer physical, and it's called The Only Planet of Choice. We've gone over it before, but it's fantastic. And it goes on about the seeding of the Jewish race. There's one more thing I'd like to add. There's a programme that was recommended to me about... It was a woman called Alice Levine. She's a journalist, and it's on Channel 4 Catch-Up online. I think it was Channel 4 or Channel 5, I can't remember. And I watched it, and she lives a week with this guy that's in the English Defence League. You know, these British racists.
Yeah.
What was... It's similar to what Tommy Robinson is. What's Tommy Robinson in?
He may have actually formed the EDL, but left it when it became too extreme. So he says. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know his name, so you'd have to look it up. I could get it on the phone, but I don't want to. Anyway, this reporter, and ever so nice she is, she spends a week with this English Defence League. And towards the end of the documentary, it's about an hour long, it's well worth it. And of course, we know that this is all divide and conquer. That's what they do. But the most ironic thing was, he said, I'm 75% white. And she says, what do you mean? And apparently he's from Indian, South African roots. His mother's Jewish, who speaks fluent German and French, and his wife is Ukrainian, and he calls himself British.
And he's in the English Defence League, so that's not...
He's in the English, yeah, and he says he's English, but 75% white. I ask, what is white?
It's
what does that mean? What is black? What is what? What does that mean?
They're just shades.
Divide and conquer.
They're just shades of a similar colour.
When I last looked in the mirror, I was a bit red. Sometimes orange.
And when you've been punched,
and
you've gone brown.
If I go in the sun, I go brown.
And black.
If you punch me, I'll go black and blue. And they call black people coloured.
But coming back, don't get too far off topic here, because he's a member of the English Defence League. Oh, yeah. I see what's going on. I see it.
He's a member of the English Defence League. He's a racist, but he's actually Indian, African, Jewish, and he's married to a Ukrainian.
I see.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense if you let me get a word in.
Go for it. Go for it.
How to get the best opposition that you require is to lead it yourself. So put someone in there that's on your side, that's going to lead it and do everything that you want them to do to make it look like that they're all racist.
But there is no race.
Well...
Might be a milk race.
If there was a race, you thought one of us would have won it by now. We've gone, hey, I won it, but I'm sharing it with everyone because I love you all.
I love you all too. Hi everyone, this is in addition to the video that we've just made. And we'll put this on at the end. This fella, he was on that TV programme, and the TV programme was called Sleeping with the Far Right with Alice Levine. It is Channel 4 and it's available on demand. Alice Levine is actually from our neck of the woods, Nottingham, and she's very nice. He calls himself Jack something, but I can't find his name. It says he's a British nationalist and former member of UKIP and the BNP, lives with his wife and daughter and mother. His mother's Jewish, his wife is Ukrainian. Jack is also in regular contact with Dr. David Duke, the former leader of the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan, and other so-called power players across the nationalist movement. Although he's a British nationalist, he has had an American accent, who is part Indian and has a Ukrainian wife. The documentary, anyway, I want to find out, Sleeping with the Far Right. Sleeping with the far right actor. I'll tell you, I do know his name. Name of the person in the Sleeping with the Far Right documentary. Jack Sen. Yeah, his name is Jack Sen.
Jack Sen? His
name is Sangupta. Yeah? Not Jack. His name is Sangupta something. You can find this out. Sangupta. He's a British foreign nationalist. Yeah? BNP. His name's Sangupta. Are you taking a piss? EDL. British National Defence League or whatever. His name is Sangupta. You couldn't make this shit up. Sangupta. And he's the British far right white man. Claims to be 75% white. Oh, you couldn't make this shit up. Jack Sengupta is even on Facebook. This guy that's in the BNP, British Nationalists, what, EDL, whatever, Jack Sengupta. That's really British name, isn't it? We're taking the piss here. We're taking the piss, and he must be taking the piss. Right, 75% white. What is white? Sengupta, you're taking the piss.